You are listening to Miner Metrics. I'm your host, Chris Mellon. This show is powered by a script written by Locke Fox at Eve Prosper. This content is aimed at players participating in the mining profession and is provided nightly to give you, dear listener, the information you need to sell your product at the right price. Starting off with Tritanium, we see our capital mining crash followed by the nerf recovery. Zooming in, we see a stall out around 4.25 with trends pointing to 4.0. This price is headed further down. Nonetheless, I think it's wise to hold and wait for the capital mining supply to move through the market. After the supply is gone, we should see a rebound. The top of that rebound will likely be higher than our current price. Pyrite is experiencing our same capital mining pattern, and zooming in, we see the same stall out pattern. My advice is the same. Wait out the supply glut and wait for prices to rebalance at a higher level. At the top of the world, we have Mexilon. Zooming in, we see our staggered growth is continuing. This is a great time to sell Mexilon, not just because the price is high, but because the peak is going to close off soon. In the next couple of weeks, Mexilon will have to drop off simply because this price can't hold forever. Get out while your chips are worth this much. In Isogen, we see our capital mining pattern again, and zooming in, our stall out pattern is here. My advice on Isogen is the same as before. Hold out for a price rebound after the extra supply is bought up. Now, I've been looking at Noxium a lot recently, and I'm starting to lean to a different position. In our price, we see the exact same capital mining as Tritanium. Our price correction after the nerf is so dramatic, though, I'm leaning to the position that there wasn't a substantial supply glut in Noxium in the first place. This, of course, means that this peak is a long-term peak in price. In either case, this market does have further to fall, but as a producer, I would probably sell now before the drop comes in earnest. Zydrene is not following any of our rules, and experienced a massive peak and drop-off early in the year. Zooming in, we see a recovery and stall. I'm of the opinion that this is a stable trough, and that any seller should hold and wait for more volatility in the market to start paying attention. Looking at Megasite, we see a staggered fall in price from our peak in the early year. Zooming in, we see that a weekly peak has passed us by. It's time to wait for market volatility to sell. If you can't watch the market, you should sell off your product to protect yourself from losses. But if you can hold, you should, to wait for a better opportunity to get out. Lastly, we have the stable Morphite. Our yearly graph is unremarkable, but zooming in, we can see our price is actually dropping pretty dramatically. It's time to hold and wait for a better price. The ultimate event for Morphite would be some kind of Tech 2 heavy war. So if you hear rumblings, it's time to pay attention to the market. This has been Chris Mellon. That'll do it for the show. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to check tomorrow for another episode.